We're in the Peak District today. As you can see, we've got Kinder over my left shoulder, but we're not here for that. The idea for today is we're going to head up onto Mam Tor, and from Mam Tor we're going to walk along the Great Ridge over to Losehill. So I'll bring you over in a second now and show you the route, and then we'll get going. Right, hopefully you can see it. So we set off on our route today from the Penny Pot Cafe after picking up a couple of sausage rolls. Now the Penny Pot Cafe is just underneath the railway station here in Edale. Hopefully you can see that there where the end of the grass is. From the Penny Pot we walked down to the bottom of the road and turned right, and then brought us down to a T-junction here where we turned right again. And then we took the very first road on the left hand side, which is signposted Harden Clough Farm. So we walked down this road past Harden Clough Farm down to the very end. You can't really go any further because it becomes private. You turn left there through a gate, and then you get onto this pathway here, and that brings you all the way up past Coleside. We're currently sat here at the moment talking to you, okay, and anyhow you carry on all the way up to the very top here where it joins the road. Now where it joins the road, there's some steps that lead you up onto Mam Tor. Basically you turn left and you go up all the way up to the Summit of Mam Tor, which, as you can see on the map there, tops out 517 metres above sea level. Now from here we're going to walk the Great Ridge, which is basically a very popular walk all the way across, past Hollins Cross, all the way up to Losehill. Okay. Now from Losehill, for me today anyhow, I'm going to head down to Hope and get the train back to Edale from Hope. So we're going to follow all the way down here. Let's see, can't see on the map too well. All the way down this way, down into Hope. And then from Hope, we're going to go on the road a little bit, over to the station, get the train back to Edale. Okay, so there's a little train journey at the end. Right, so that's the idea for today anyhow, so we better get going. All right, let's go. Right, so we've got to the steps going up to Mam Tor now. This is the major way that most people go. So we turn left here and we head up now, and that'll take us up to the summit. So it's like this for quite a way now up to the summit. Right, let's go. So we're nearly at the top now, but I just thought, before I get to the top, just to flit off to the left and show you this. Now, if you ever Google Mam Tor and type in images, you'll probably see this road featured in a lot of the images. It's quite a popular composition that a lot of photographers use when they take shots around this area. They use this road as a leading line to draw the viewer's attention into the distance. The best time obviously is during golden hour in the evening. It lends itself to a sunset shot really. So if you need to find this composition, just as you come up to the steps, just about, I don't know, about 100 feet maybe, if that, below the summit, if you just flirt off to the left, you'll come across this great little composition. Right, wind's starting to pick up a little bit now, so we're going to head off up. Let's go. We made it. So, the top of Mam Tor. 517 metres above sea level. Oh, fantastic view. Right, I'll show you the view from here now in a minute. I'll come and get you. So what we're looking at here is the face of Mam Tor. Now, Mam Tor has got a very shaly base to it, so it's prone to a lot of landslips. So for that reason, a lot of people also call it the Mother Mountain, due to the fact that it's pretty much given birth to a load of smaller hills at its base. It's also known as the Shivering Mountain as well, I believe. Like I say, it's 517 metres above sea level, and I believe there was a settlement back in the Bronze Age, right up on the summit. I think it was around about 1200 BC, something like that. There's nothing left now really. I think there's a burial mound just under the summit, and I think there's a burial mound just underneath the Chig point at the top, but you can't see it obviously because there's a load of paving on top of it. Right, so I'm just going to pan out here now over to the right hand side and show you the view that you get from the top of Mam Tor. Okay, so we're looking down there now towards Castleton, which is over to the top left, and you're looking over towards Winnet's Pass, which is over to the top right hand side. Winnet's Pass is basically like a cutting that takes you down all the way down into Castleton. It's quite spectacular to drive up and down it, especially in the winter. It's fantastic, it's like being in the Alps. Right, okay, we're going to carry on down now, down the ridge, down towards Losehill. Okay, so let's go. Rightio, so we are, well, pretty much halfway along the ridge at the moment, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to just look back at the way we've come, or where we've set off from anyhow. So we're looking at the moment in this shot down towards the Vale of Edale. Now, instead of using my usual dodgy finger that I use for pointing out things, I'm going to try and use a piece of grass. All right, so can you see that bit of grass coming in? Okay. All right, so the train station is just about here. You've got this signal box just there to the left-hand side. And Edale itself is here. All right, so I'll just move the grass out of the way there. Okay, so that's Edale. You can see the church there. Edale Church, hopefully, where the grass was, just there. And then you've also got a good view of the way up to Grimesbrook Clough, okay, which is up here. Okay. You can follow the tree line around here, and then it goes round to the left, and that's the way up to Grimesbrook. And you've got a good view of Grimeslow Knoll as well, which I've done in another video there, just at the top there where that bit of blurry grass is. Alright, okay, so like I say, that's where we've come from. And we're just about to head over towards Hollins Cross now, which is the lowest point of the ridge. I think it used to be used, Hollins Cross, it used to be used as a sort of like main road from Edale that you're looking at over towards Castleton and Hope on the other side of the ridge, just behind us here. I also believe as well in the past they used to carry the coffins, anyone who died obviously in Edale, they carried the coffins up across Hollins Cross and down into Hope Church, because Edale didn't have a church at the time, but obviously, as you can see from this photograph, Edale has a church now. So I think they used to call it the Coffin Road. Okay. Right, okay, so that's enough information there for you for a moment, and we'll carry on along the ridge. Okay, so this is Hollins Cross. Like I say, they used to carry coffins from Edale, which is down in the valley, like I showed you, across the top of the ridge and over into Hope, because Edale didn't have a church. I think the name comes from the fact that there used to be a cross mounted here, but I believe it disappeared around about 1900, 1905. Right, we're going to leave here now. I'm going to head up onto Back Tor. It's a bit of a climb up there now, so I'll catch you over at Back Tor. So what we've got here now is Back Tor. Okay, it's quite a steep little climb up. I don't know if you can pick out the people going up the path there on the right hand side, just near the trees. Yeah, it's pretty steep, but it's quite short, so it's not so bad. And hopefully you should be able to pick out the little lone tree at the very, very top. A long time ago, people used to climb on that and stuff, so what they've done, thankfully, is they've put a little fence around it to hopefully prevent people doing that. But you can see that tree from quite a distance away, all the way down near Hope. You can see it along the ridge line. So it's quite distinctive, quite a famous little tree in the area, that. So we're going to carry on, get up there, have a bit of a look around, view from the top of that, and then do our final little bit to Losehill. Okay, so let's get going. Hey, we made it. Losehill, 476 metres, I believe, above sea level. And you get an absolutely fantastic view from up here. You can see right across over to Win Hill. I'll show you that in a second. See all the way down Great Ridge to Mam Tor and across over onto Rushup Edge, which is actually the western side of the Great Ridge. We've got some paragliders flying down there at the moment. But yeah, fantastic. Absolutely great. Right, I'll show you this thing. So as you can see, it's like a brass plate with a compass in the middle of it and all the points of interest around the outside. So that's definitely worth a look at when you come up here. You can identify all your hills. Right, I'll set the camera up so you can have a look at Win Hill. So there's a bit of a difference of opinion as to how Losehill got its name. I've heard 3 different versions. Now, one of them is that it's from an Old English word meaning pigsties. So I'm assuming at some point in the past somebody kept a load of pigsties on top of this hill, or at the base of the hill. And then I've heard another version where it's from the word loose. Loose as free, so free land. And then I've heard a third version. Now the third version is a little bit more exciting, I think. Basically, back in the 7th century, there was a battle here between 2 armies. One was based on Win Hill, which is top left corner up there of the frame on the horizon, and they were from Northumbria. And then there was a southern army from Wessex, I believe, that was based over here on Losehill. Now, the southern army far outnumbered all the soldiers that were from Northumbria over there on Win Hill. So on the day of the battle, they all tried to invade Win Hill, and on the way up, the Northumbrians rolled a load of boulders down on top of them and killed them all, or killed the majority of them, and then killed the rest of them by combat. So they won the battle. So that's why that hill there in the distance, top left corner, is called Win Hill, and this hill over here is Losehill, or Losehill. Okay, as in this was the losers. Anyhow, I like that version, but there's no evidence that there was ever a battle in this area, but it's definitely a better version than it's come from the word pigsties. Alright, right, let's have another little look around, I think. That ugly looking thing in the centre of the shot there is cement works here at in the Hope Valley. Yeah, it's not the best thing to look at, but it has its moments. The reason being, sometimes this valley gets what they call a cloud inversion, and all the cloud sits in the bottom of the valley, and then you get the chimney of that cement works popping out through the cloud. So from up here on the Great Ridge, or especially up here on top of Losehill, you get a great shot with your camera of the chimney poking out through the low cloud. So sometimes, you know, it's got its benefits, but to be honest with you, I'd rather it not be here. Right, I think it's nearly time to get going. I'll give you one more little look around, and then we're going to probably head down. Right then, I'm going to start heading down to Hope, I think, to get the train back to Edale. Hope's in the centre of the shot there, or slightly off to the right of centre. Right, I'm probably not going to film this next little bit because it just involves walking down the shoulder of the hill here at Losehill and dropping through the streets of Hope to the train station. Right, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, if you can give us a thumbs up, I'd be very, very grateful. And I will see you again super soon, hopefully. See you later, everyone.